What is going on, fam? It's your girl Biola Akani here with a new YouTube video. Welcome everyone. If this is your first time joining me, it's a pleasure to have you in my home. Today's yoga practice is going to be for shoulders, neck, and upper back release, utilizing a technique called nerve flossing. Now, because of our holding patterns, we tend to form adhesions in a part of the body called the fascia. The fascial tissue is a tissue or almost a skin-like layer that is right on top of the muscles. And when we sit for long periods of time or have certain holding patterns that do not optimize movement in the body, adhesions form in that fascial tissue, which also connects to the nerves, and it tends to reduce our range of motion. And that's what we tend to feel when we're feeling tightness in the shoulders or the upper back or the neck. It's small micro tears or adhesions in the fascial tissue that have caused the muscles to constrict and tighten, and for the nerves to also respond because there's limited range of motion. And what nerve flossing does is it finds like small movements, repetitive movements that slowly stretch that fascial tissue so that the nerves can release. Now with today's practice, I don't want us to spend so much time on the shoulders, the upper back, and the neck, because when we feel tightness in a certain area, particularly in the upper back and shoulders or neck, we tend to want to like overstretch it, and it doesn't need to be overstretched. It's not like other bigger muscles where we benefit from a greater range of motion when they are very flexible. The neck doesn't need to be super flexible, right? Because we need to be able to hold our head up. So we just want to be more mindful to include practices like this yoga practice throughout our day when we're feeling that tension, and keep it short, sweet, and effective, but start to incorporate it more throughout our weeks. So this is something I encourage you to return to throughout your weeks, or throughout your day, not throughout your days, but throughout your weeks. To practice today, you're going to need 2 blocks. If you don't have some blocks, you can grab some books, and you're going to need 1 yoga tune-up ball. Now I know that not everybody has a yoga tune-up ball, so if you don't have a ball like this, that's completely fine. You can substitute it out with a tennis ball. If you don't have a tennis ball, that's fine as well. You really don't need this. But you do want to have 2 blocks or 2 books. So we're going to go ahead and get started in a child's pose, and we're going to start with some diaphragmatic breathing, which is just belly breathing. I want you to begin to draw your breath towards your belly instead of only keeping our breath like trapped up in here, like in our chest and our lungs. I want you to start to explore the breath traveling down towards your belly and even towards your groin and your low back. You can draw your books or your block in front of you. Open the knees wide so the belly and the chest has space to fall through, y'all. And let's go ahead and descend onto our mats, coming into a child's pose. I'm just dropping my forearms here and keeping my head lifted. You can drop your third eye right in between your eyebrows to the earth if you prefer. You might close the eyes here, you might keep them open if that feels safe. Whatever variation of child's pose you're in, make sure you're just relaxing the head and neck down, and we will start by noticing the texture, the pace, and the consistency of the breath, y'all. Feeling the limbs soften here. Begin to invite the inhalation in through the nostrils, and I want you to impregnate the belly with breath, so let the full belly fill up and overexpand on the inhale. Exhale out of the nose. Inhale through the nose, expand the belly with breath and the back of the heart. Exhale out of the nose. Inhale through the nose. Belly and back of the heart expands. Exhale out of the nose. Once more, inhale through the nostrils. Exhale out of the nostrils. Nice and smooth. Continue to find that breath pattern, so mindfully engaging your belly as you breathe and letting the belly impregnate with breath. And the next inhalation, let's just come up into a tabletop, hands and knees, and draw your blocks forward or your books forward. Keep them on the flattest distance. We're going to find a puppy dog pose, so we want the booty right over the knees, y'all. And we're going to start with our right elbow. We're going to draw our right elbow onto our block and drop the heart down. Left forearm is going to come down towards the earth. And you're going to come into almost like a half puppy dog pose where the hips are stacked over the knees. You're inviting the heart down towards the earth. And you have the option to keep the right hand extended. So you can feel this stretch in your right side body, and your right ribs, and your right shoulder. We're going straight for the shoulder. Or option 2, you can bend the elbow and draw the hand to the back of the heart. Now, some of us, this might feel funny on our funny bone. It kind of, the block, the positioning of the block kind of is on the sensation of the funny bone. If that's you, you might tighten the fist. Or you might draw the hand to the back side of the head. And we're going to hold here for a few rounds of breath, y'all. And whichever variation you like, getting right into them shoulders. Getting right into them shoulders. And I want you to start to act as if you are breathing only into your right rib cage. So can you draw your breath towards your right ribs and feel the right ribs expand? As you inhale, and as you do so, feel the right shoulder blade also expand. So that fascial tissue lining the right shoulder also getting nice and long and expanded, releasing any of those tight adhesions. Few rounds of breath. Make sure you're relaxing the head and neck between the forearms, y'all. You're not lifting the head up. Your head is descending towards the earth with your heart. So letting gravity help you out here, y'all. That stretch feels really yummy in my shoulder. It feels a lot of sensation, but it does feel yummy. One more breath, y'all. Slowly push the left forearm into the earth, come out of it. Switch sides, draw your left block or your book forward. Invite your left elbow towards that book or block with the left arm extended. Drop your right forearm to the earth and then begin to relax the forehead and the heart down. Make sure the hips are stacked over the knees. Now remember, you can hold here with the arm extended, or you can bend the elbow, option to create a fist. Or the left hand comes to the back side of the head. And you're dropping that heart down, getting into that shoulder. And start to breathe into the left side ribs, as if we're breathing, drawing the breath only towards the left side of the ribs. So you're really over-exaggerating the breath going there, y'all. I know that head wants to lift because they're like, ooh, this sensation is a lot. I want to run out of it. I want to lift my head up a little. I want you to try to soften the head and neck down, y'all. That's just going to create more strain. A few more rounds of breath here, y'all. Final breath. Inhale, push the right forearm into the shoulder and lift up tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Hips to the heels, open the knees wide. Invite the forehead towards the earth. And then draw the hands to the back side of your low back, right above your booty cheeks. And you want the palms facing up to the heavens. So as if you could grab the air. And from here, I want you to begin to invite the elbows in towards the body. Wrap the elbows in towards the body. Feel that stretch along the back side of the shoulders. And keep hugging the elbows in. So this is a dynamic stretch, meaning everything is turned on, y'all. Everything is engaged. It's not a static stretch, so we're just like sitting and nothing is really working or turned on. We are engaged here. Body is engaged. We're actively drawing those elbows in. You might feel that sensation along the back side of the shoulders. Your fingertips are not interlaced, y'all, so your hands aren't touching. They're just resting side by side on your low back. Inhale, let's draw the head up and come to sit on the knees. Keep the hands where they are. If this bothers the knees, you can come to sit on the booty, and we're just going to invite the right elbow in towards the body. Keeping the hands as they are, so like as if you could grasp the air. And then from here, your left hand is going to extend, and you're going to slowly take your left hand just to your right tricep. You're not going to push in. You're just going to gently encourage the elbow in towards the body. Hold here and invite your right ear to your right shoulder. Try to relax that left ear down, y'all. So we're feeling the stretch in the neck, but also in the back of the shoulder, quite possibly. Once again, if it feels uncomfortable to sit on the knees, y'all, you can sit crisscross applesauce and find the same position or pose in the body. You get the same benefits just sitting on your booty. Slowly release the left hand, release that shoulder. You might roll it out a little bit. Opposite side, left hand comes to the low back, palms open face, you can grasp the air. Begin to extend the right arm and invite the left elbow in towards the body. Right hand grabs, just gently grabs our left bicep or tricep. Draw that elbow in and then invite the left ear to the left shoulder. Try to relax the right shoulder down. Very light, gentle action happening with your right hand, so you're not pushing or pulling this left elbow in, you're just guiding, rather, really soft guiding in of the elbow in towards the body. And release, come out of it, roll that left shoulder out, y'all. Come into tabletop, hands and knees. And we're slowly, inhale, right hand comes up to the heavens. Draw that hand to the low back again. Palms open face once again, so you're grasping the air. And then I want you to slowly extend that elbow up to the heavens. And invite your left ear towards the left shoulder. And invite your chin a little bit forward. As you do so, draw that right shoulder back towards the back side of the mat and relax your left shoulder down. So if it's hiking up towards the ear, I want you to relax it down and hold here. Just feel the stretch on the front of the neck and the right side of the neck here. One more breath. And release, switch sides, right hand roots. Invite your left hand up to the heavens. Draw the hand to the low back, palms open face. Slowly invite the left elbow to the heavens. Eye gaze floats up so you're finding a soft twist. Then slowly invite the right ear towards the right shoulder. Relax the right shoulder down, and the chin is going to just lightly press up to the heavens. And you're going to slowly draw the left chin up and back towards the back side of the mat. And then notice if your hips are shifting to the left, draw them back to center. That's going to help you engage the belly a little bit, find some balance and stability here so that your body can focus more on the stretch happening throughout the neck and not so much on having to balance. So use your belly to stabilize you in this pose. You'll find that the more you soften the right ear towards the right shoulder, the stretch intensifies on the left side of the neck, or as you draw the chin towards the top of the mat, the stretch intensifies. And release, left hand comes to the earth. Come to sit on the booty, crisscross applesauce, legs crossed here. Inhale, draw your belly button up and in towards your spine, so you're lifting up through your low back. Hands are going to come towards the heavens, and you're going to cross the arms so the backs of the hands are coming together. Peek the head through the window of the forearms and push the hands into one another. Feel that opening and that stretch right underneath the armpits and in the shoulder blades. We want to get all up in them shoulder blades, y'all. Hold here. Exhale, release, palms come forward. Open the arms wide. Press the scapula together and begin to draw the hands as far back as you can. Exhale. Big bear hug, right arm underneath, left arm on top. Option to stay here. Option 2 to find an eagle variation. Interlace the arms together. And you're going to slowly extend your forearms up as high as they can go to really stretch through the shoulders, y'all. The back sides, front sides of the shoulders, so getting on the delts, the shoulder blades, the scapula. Exhale, invite the elbows towards the belly button, draw the chin to the chest to get in the back of the neck and that upper back. Option, if you're here in bear hug, you're just inviting the elbows towards the belly button or up to the heavens to get the same benefits. Inhale, arms fly high. Draw those hands or those elbows as high as you can, getting in that upper back. Exhale, elbow comes towards the belly, chin drops to the chest. Once we're on this side, inhale, come up. Draw those forearms up as high as you can, elbows up as high as you can if you have that bear hug. Exhale, elbow comes towards the belly button. Chin down. Inhale. Come to a neutral position. Exhale, arms open wide. Press the hands back as far as you can. Exhale, switch sides. Big bear hug. Left arm is going to go underneath this time. Option to stay right here. Option 2, interlace the fingers and the forearms. Eagle variation. Take those forearms straight up to the heavens, y'all. Increasing the range of motion. Feel that stretch right along the back of the chest. That upper back. Exhale, elbow comes in towards the belly button. Relax the head towards the chin. Relax the chin towards the chest. Inhale, come back up. Hands come high, long stretch. Exhale, elbow comes back towards the belly button. Relax the chin to the chest. Once more, inhale, arms come high. Try to get them as high as you can. If it feels painful, then don't go beyond your pain, y'all. Don't go beyond your own boundaries. That's performative territory. Exhale, elbow comes towards the belly button. Chin kisses the chest. Inhale, come back neutral, arms open wide. Press the hands back as much as you can. Exhale, relax the hands to the knees. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, left hand comes straight back behind you for a twist. Right hand comes to your left knee. Coming into that nerve flossing, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, right ear comes to the right shoulder. Relax the right shoulder down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, invite the right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Try not to push so far down. Just let gravity work for you. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, come back up. You got 2 more. Exhale, ear to shoulder. Relax the mouth and the jaw. Inhale, come back up. Final 1. Exhale, ear to shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Hands come high. Whoops. Hand hit my block. Right hand comes back. Left hand comes towards the right knee. Get nice and tall in your low belly. So invite your belly button up and in towards the spine. Relax this left shoulder down, y'all. Left ear to the left shoulder on the exhale. Feel the stretch on the right side of the neck. Getting all those adhesions. Working them out slowly. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, come back up. You got 2 more. Exhale, ear to shoulder. Inhale, come back up, final 1. Ear to shoulder. Inhale, come back up, hands come high. Exhale, relax the hands down, and we're going to do an exercise that I actually learned from my chiropractor, but also that they do in Feldenkrais. And Feldenkrais is a type of movement pattern or movement for rehabilitation type of movement. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to draw your right shoulder up towards your ear and hold it. Draw, like over exaggerate this movement. Over exaggerate you holding your shoulder towards your ear. And so why we're doing this is because sometimes we have holding patterns where the body's constantly contracted. The muscles are constantly contracted, meaning they're constantly tight and engaged. They don't really relax. And so what we're doing, and we do this subconsciously, so what we're doing is over-exaggerating a contraction through the shoulders, the muscles throughout the shoulders, so that our subconscious can become aware that we are contracting, and so that it can release. So we're kind of tricking our body, parts of our body that are constantly always engaged, by over-exaggerating the engagement so that the opposite effect can happen, so that it can really relax. So keep holding, over-exaggerate, holding till this muscle exhausts. Hold it, exhale, release, soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I can feel my right shoulder is now more relaxed than my left, because the subconscious holding that I was doing, my body became aware of. Let's do the left side. Draw that left ear up. Hold it here, like till the muscle just exhausts. Hold it. Try not to draw this one up again. Hold it. Relax for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. So nice. Now, the subconscious became consciously aware that we were holding, and it released. And that's something that you can do when you're sitting at your desk or when you're lying down in bed. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our backs. I want you to take one block or one book to the top of the mat, so it's right in between your shoulder blades. Take the opposite book at the top of the mat. or right above that, on a higher height. This will be for the base of your skull. Go ahead and come onto your back. Make sure your knees are bent to start, and position your first block right in between the shoulder blades. So we don't want it so much on the low back. And then the opposite block just comes to the base of the skull. And we're going to open the arms wide like a T here, and you have the option to keep the knees bent, or you can extend the legs. I invite you to keep the knees bent if you have a sensitive low back, because that's going to really support you there. And then holding here. So opening up through the chest and getting into the upper back once again, and the shoulders. So I'm going to continue to progress here. Option 1 is to remove the top block and let the head descend so we can really lengthen out the neck, especially if we have that forward head position where we kind of find ourselves drawing our head forward from texting and looking down. This is a really great way to rehabilitate that and just draw the head back, and to also lengthen out the neck. And so if you're here, I invite you to stay here if this feels really good. Or you might move into option 2 if you have a yoga tune-up ball or any ball similar to this, or a tennis ball. You're going to grab that block again and put it underneath your skull, but you're going to draw it on the flattest that it can go. You're going to bring your block on top of your book, or you're going to bring your ball on top of your book or your block. So I'm going to move my hair so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm just resting here, and it's gently pushing into the fascial tissue along the backside of my neck, and it's like giving myself a self massage. I'm going to slowly shimmy left and right, left and right. And this is the beauty of an at-home yoga practice, because we start to learn the tools, not only to encourage self-inquiry, to look into our own bodies, our emotional bodies, but we also start to gain tools to self-regulate and self-soothe and put action behind our self-care practices, and actions that can stay embodied, right? And I talk a lot about this on my non-performative yoga platform, IA, where I offer longer videos and more in-depth videos that really explore yoga beyond asana, beyond the poses. And as you just kind of start to go left and right, you're just gently massaging the neck and the muscles in the neck and the back of the neck. If you have a headache or migraines, this is a miracle worker, because you can start to feel, ooh, that side of my neck is really tight, and you can just gently use gravity. You're not pushing here, you're just resting on the ball, you're just using gravity to kind of knead anything out, but not aggressively, not hard, just really gently. And even that gentle myofascial release offers such relief. And if it feels uncomfortable to kind of shimmy left and right on the ball, you might just rest on the ball. Find that point that doesn't feel too overwhelming, and you're just going to rest your head there. It feels so good. So remember, you're either doing option 2 with me with a ball, or you are in option 1 with your head descending towards the earth and just creating length in the neck. A few more rounds of breath here. We're going to slowly remove the ball if we have one. Bend the knees. Roll to the left or the right side off of our block or our book and move it out to the left or the right, as well as the top block or book. Keep the knees bent, draw everything down, and let's hug the knees in. Clasp the front of the knees or behind the knees and just rock and roll to the left and right. Just feel that release in the upper back and the shoulders and even the neck. And know that's enough, y'all. That's enough. We don't have to keep pushing these muscles here. Other parts of the body, we want to encourage mobility, like greater not hypermobility, but a lot more flexibility. But the neck and stuff, that has to hold the head up, and the shoulders have to hold the neck up. So we want them to be mobile, but we don't want them just to overdo it, y'all. Not everything needs to be answered with hypermobility. Sometimes things need to be stabilized too. Option for your Shavasana here with the knees bent. Sometimes I like to find Shavasana just hugging my knees in, or you might root the feet into the earth, keep the knees bent, or you might extend the legs long. Maybe closing the eyes here for your final resting posture if that feels safe. One final announcement, y'all. I do offer a free live stream yoga practice right here on YouTube through my platform EA. It's every single Thursday at 6 p.m. It's a 30-minute practice, and we really focus on going deeper into certain postures and certain parts of the body. So if you're looking to advance in your yoga practice and build consistency in your practice, join me every Thursday for our live stream yoga practice at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on YouTube, y'all. You'll see a link on my homepage and you can set a reminder for the practice.